I'm telling you, man, consistency is such a hack. Like, we've been told it over and over and over and over again. But for some weird reason, well, it's not weird because I know the reason. But we just don't do the stuff over and over again. We just don't stay consistent. And because you're not consistent, then you don't get the results that you want. Like, that is how you get results, is you stay consistent. That's what it takes. Imagine if you did, think about anything. Think about how much you scroll on social media, or you watch TV, movies, play video games, jack off, whatever it is. Think about how consistent you were with that over the course of this year so far. Just for 2026. How consistent have you been watching TV? Think about it. Because if you really think about it, it's a lot. And you're probably ashamed of it. You're like, dang, that's a lot. And if you're someone who wants to actually accomplish a lot in life, and you have some great ambitions besides just like showing up to work and just like going out and partying with the boys on the weekend, but you actually have some big dreams, some big goals, and you want to live life large and leave an impact here, then you should be ashamed. 100%. Because whatever you do consistently, that is what is going to give you results. So if you're watching TV and you've watched that every single night when you come home, or you scroll social media every single day for 2 hours, why are you surprised where you are? Because you didn't put in the work to get the results that you want. So you can't like be upset when you haven't gotten the results. Now let me help you out, brother. You're probably feeling depressed. Feel a little bit purposeless maybe. Or maybe you kind of know your purpose, but you keep wanting to do things towards your purpose, but you keep failing. Like, you try and you fail. You try and you fail. For example, you try to go to bed early, but for some reason you always end up on your phone at night. Or you try to like wake up early, but you keep hitting snooze and you can't wake up early. You try to like be consistent going to the gym and you just can't be consistent. You try to be consistent like growing your business and you're just not consistent. You try to eat healthy, but you're just not consistent. And yeah, this happens to everybody. Like, everybody goes through this period of time and where we try to do and then we fail over and over and over and over and over again. And that's okay. It's okay to go through that period of time. And it's going to suck because you're going to feel depressed. It's going to feel horrible. And you're going to look back and be like, wow, I just wasted 6 months of my life and I literally did not improve at all. It was a complete waste of time. And so we want to be able to look back, a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, a week from now, yesterday. We want to be able to look back a day from now and be like, wow, this was not a waste and I actually put in some work and I actually achieved some things and I'm proud of what I did. That's what you want to feel every single day. That's what you want to feel every single month. Look back and be like, wow, I actually accomplished something that month and it wasn't just a waste of my time. Because if you look back into last month, what did you actually achieve? Did you achieve anything? Because for most of us, you haven't really achieved anything. And it was literally just a waste of time. And so we need to focus on achieving. That is what is going to allow us to look back and be proud of what we did. And that's going to give us momentum to push even farther. And so we need to be consistent with things. Alex Hormozi has a quote. I'm paraphrasing. It says, consistency comes before excellence. And we see all these people who are successful online, but we don't see the endless nights, the endless days, the endlessness of putting in the consistency even when they didn't feel like it. You know, I'm not going to toot my own horn all crazy. I will say that this morning, I did not feel like getting up. I went to bed a little bit late, didn't feel like getting up at all. And yet, when my alarm rang at 4:30 a.m. this morning, I hopped out of bed, went to the gym, didn't feel like working out. So I could have chosen to not work out and just stay home. What I did instead is I decided to slightly tweak my workout so that it wasn't as hard as my normal workout, because I knew my body was fatigued. I felt really tired. I knew that if I just did my normal workout, I was not going to get a very good workout. And it was going to suck, and I might not even do it. So I tweaked it to a more minimal version of my workout that I knew would be pretty easy to do. Went in and did it. I didn't really have a smile on my face. I wasn't yelling and having a good time, really. It sucked. But it was easy enough of a workout that I went in and did it. And the thing that matters is that I actually went in and did it. So we kind of fool ourselves with this idea that we have to be consistent doing the exact same thing. And that's okay if you've gotten to the point where it's become such a routine that like you just do it anyways. But if you're trying to build that up and it's just difficult and you're like, I'm just not going to do it, then what you need to do is you need to find something that is like a baseline, something that you can do every single time, regardless of how you feel. Because then you can get in there and you can do that baseline instead of missing a day. Because once you miss a day, then you're more likely to miss a second day. And if you miss a second day, then you're more likely to miss a third day. And if you miss a third day in a row, then you're probably not going to keep that habit. You're not going to keep that consistency going. So it's super important to keep going, no matter what, even if it's something really, really small, just so you can say, I did it. Because once you keep doing it, your subconscious is going to see that you keep doing it, and it's going to have enough evidence that it's like, oh, wow, we do this no matter what. And when your subconscious knows that you do it no matter what, then it's going to become so much easier. It just becomes part of your operating system to just do it no matter what, even if you don't feel like it. And so one of the things that can really help with consistency is actually having someone keep you accountable. Now, I won't go too much into accountability on this video, but just really quick, think about this scenario. Think about if, let's say, you wanted to work out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let's say. You might have tried that and you probably weren't consistent for a period of time. But imagine that, because, you didn't feel like it or you weren't motivated or whatever. Now imagine, let's go really extreme. I like going extreme in my analogies. Let's say I hold a gun to your head, okay? And let's say it was like, okay, you must work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the rest of your life, or you're dead. It's like, okay, you're probably going to do that if you have the gun to your head. Not probably, you are going to. Unless you legit don't value your life at all. But even if you didn't really value your life, you're probably still going to do it because that'd be a really bad way to go. So you're gonna show up and you're gonna work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whether you feel like it or not. Now, I didn't tell you, hey, you have to do this full crazy workout or anything. I just said, hey, you need to go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you can go there, get a light workout in, do a heavy workout, whatever you feel like. You just gotta be consistent going. So we need to look at, if you have accountability, you don't need to have willpower to make yourself be consistent, because willpower doesn't even really work that well. Great book by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, Willpower Doesn't Work. Fantastic read. Obviously, another good read would be Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg. Great guys. And there's lots of ways to manipulate how you're going to achieve your goals. And yeah, one of my favorite ways is accountability. You can do that through one singular person holding you accountable, or you can have a group of people. If you have someone who's like a gym buddy, and you respect their time at all, then you're gonna show up when you said, hey, let's meet at the gym at 5 a.m. You're gonna show up. Now, if you don't really respect them that much, you might message them in the morning 30 minutes before and say, hey bro, I'm just gonna sleep in today. Like, you don't respect your friend very much. But if you respect a friend, you're gonna get there. You're gonna actually be there. And that's gonna hold you accountable. Also, if you're in a group, imagine you're in a group and there's like 20, 30, 40, 50 other people there. And y'all are all on the same thing. And we look and we see that, oh man, so-and-so, did his workout today. Let's congratulate him. That feels good. And BJ Fogg goes into this in his book about celebrating. And so we know also that if you didn't do it, man, we can put you on blast. We can say, hey John, see that you haven't completed your workout today. What's going on, man? Imagine that. Imagine you have someone who's actually keeping you accountable and tracking that for you. Now no longer do you need willpower. But this video is about consistency. It kind of went off track. Consistency is so important. It is the only way to reach excellence. You can't be inconsistent. You can't inconsistently go to the gym and see great results. You can't inconsistently eat healthy and have great results. You can't inconsistently get good sleep and be able to recover properly. You can't inconsistently hydrate properly and do your absolute best performance-wise, or just live life the best. You can't inconsistently kiss your wife and expect that your relationship is going to be good with her. You can't inconsistently, talk to your children and expect that your children are going to have a good relationship with you. Like, you can't inconsistently do any of those things. If you want to improve and grow in any area, you have to be consistent, and that's the only way. So we need to stop fooling ourselves with thinking it's okay to be inconsistent. Like, it's not okay to be inconsistent unless you just don't care about that thing. But if you care about it, be honest with yourself, have the conversation, and say, okay, well, I actually have to be consistent. And so you need to ask yourself whether or not you actually want to achieve what you said you want to achieve. If you actually want to get jacked, lose the fat, gain the muscle, get in great shape, and you've tried and you keep failing because you're just not consistent, then you need to be honest with yourself and say, dang, okay, I need to find some help. Like, that's it. I need to find some help to keep me consistent because I couldn't do it on my own. Now, what I usually like to do is do something along the lines of give myself a time frame. Give myself like 7 days. And let's say I'm trying to build a habit. I'll give myself 7 days and say, hey, I want to be consistent over these 7 days. And if I don't do this thing, if 4 days or more, so that would be more than half of the 7 days, then I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get help. And if I'm trying to break a habit, I would do the same thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to break this habit, and if I can't go through the days of the week and refuse from doing this habit 4 or more days, so if I do it like 4 or more days, then I'm gonna get help. And that's the framework that we can use right there to be honest with ourselves. So think about what it is. Like, let me think. For me, what it is for my business, actually reaching out to people and talking to people about my business. I'm not super consistent with that. So I would say, hey, during this 7 days, I'm going to reach out to people every day in some way or form. And if I don't actually reach out to another human being about my business 4 or more days out of the week, then I'm going to get some help. And that's pretty scary, because then it's then you got to be, honest with somebody. Say, hey, I couldn't do this. But All right. Anyways, I gotta go now. I hope you brothers enjoyed this. I hope it helps you. I pray it helps you. If you need help with anything regarding health and fitness, and you live in the local area of Riverside or Moreno Valley, then drop a comment, drop the word mighty, and let's talk, and I'll help you out. Let's go.